Alright guys, back with another video, and this time we're back from the Celebrations event in Charlotte. If you guys didn't see, my man got 6-0 in the Gunslinger with what?
I got it with Broly Maidens.
Maidens. Haven't seen those in a while. They kind of terrorized me at Gen Con. And he's just going to go into detail why this deck works and what it does exactly.
Alright, so obviously we got the Broly leader here. When he attacks, if you don't know, he can take a card from his life, and then if he does, you draw a card. Super powerful to get a lot of cards really quick. When you awaken, you just untap 2 energy, and you flip them over. And then we're going to go into
what's the backside?
The backside, what it does, when he attacks, you can draw a card. And then he also has activate main once per turn. You can tap a battle card on your opponent's side of the field. And the really important thing about the deck, which is this second ability, is that you can choose a life and add it back to your hand, and you can restand any card on your side of the field. Energy,
pretty
battle, or leader.
It's pretty insane. So you get an extra draw off your leader if you want.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, so to the start of the combo, we got the most important card of the deck, not really, but it's a good searcher. We got our 2 drops here. What they do is they're going to search when they enter for the top 7, and they're going to get one of your Maiden Squadron cards. And we're only running the 5 and the 7 drop, which you'll see in just a second. But those are going to be the most, this is the best searcher, and it's got barrier. So that's going to be your definite turn 2 play. You want to have her, and you want to let her sit there. Don't swing with her, just let her sit. And then your turn 3 play, it's going to be really spicy. You're going to evolve your 5 drop onto her. And what she does is, so you pay 2 green and 1, and when you have this card evolved onto it, you get to KO up to one of your opponent's cards. But unfortunately, it doesn't get to ignore barrier, and since it's turn 3, it doesn't always hit a big target, but it can. And then the other part of the card is irrelevant because we're not running her. So she's pretty much there. She swings, and she's a 25k barrier. And then after her, so we got her. So we got 4 of her. Is gonna be the 7 drop. And she's going to evolve on top of the 5 drop for 1 green. So what you want to do is, so you're going to evolve, swing, and then you're going to want to awaken your leader on turn 3. So you want to get to 4 life. And then when you evolve, so you untap the 2 energy, you have 2 green energy available. Or at least 1 green and a yellow, which we'll explain in a minute why. And then you evolve onto your 7 drop. And when she evolves onto the 5 drop, so after you swing, she restands herself. And she has a really broken ability when she attacks, that she gets to take 2 cards randomly out of your hand and place it in your drop.
And she's 30k double strike.
She's 30k double strike. And so the dream combo, what you want to do here is you swing first time, you take 2 cards out, and then whether or not they negate the attack and lose a 3rd card, or they combo out of it with losing more cards in their hand, that's really not the point of the first attack. So what then you do afterwards is you would use his ability to take a life and then restand your 7 drop again and swing again and take 2 more cards out of their hand. So it's just a fun little,
pretty powerful
pseudo hand control funness.
It's really explosive, yeah.
It really is. A lot of people don't see it coming. They can't prepare for it.
You play 4 of her, right?
We are also running 4 of her because other than the 2 drop, there's not a lot of good searching for it, and you want to see it on turn 3. And then because we're running the Maidens and this card takes life aggressively, we have a couple of free blockers just in case we get
how many of those you play?
We're running 4 of those as well. Typically we're going to charge them as energy or combo out with them. But in those matchups where we're getting backed up into a wall, they're going to be really great because they're free, and it can save us in a pinch. And then the last of the Maiden squadron that we're using, we're running 3 of these guys. So on your turn 1, you really don't have much going on. You're on the play, you can use him, and then hopefully that you find another piece of your Universe 2 Maiden squadron, and then combo out with him later. Just a nice little early game ramp to find it. So we have right here, we're running 4 of the newfound power Son Gohan. We're running 4 of them for some matchups like any Shenron or Dende, any matchup that's not swinging at you early. This will help make sure that you're going to get that self-awaken on turn 3. Plus it's a nice little critical, so it keeps their hands nice and low for your turn 3 play. And then after that, we're running 4 of the Infernal Cells, just for the nice little, pseudo 10k combo power to draw a card. And this card right here, the next card we have is a Super 17 Infernal Machine. We're running 2 of him. He's that nice fun turn 4 play after, you took the card out of their hand. Turn 4, you want to swing with your lead, get some more cards back in your hand, and then play this guy. Pitch 2 cards and make them pitch 2 more cards out of their deck. Never really got to use him, don't really use him a lot, but he's really good against Shinimba because, you know, when it comes to that turn 4, his attack can't be negated. So if he can get there and you swing with him, it can sometimes finish the game, which it has done for me. And now probably the biggest all-star of the deck would be my 1 copy of Dimensional Banisher Fu. Game 2, or round 2, I played against the Broly GT version of the deck, and turn 4, I ended up banishing away his Super Saiyan 4 Goku because he misplayed and he thought I was at 3 life, so he went for game. And when I had 4 life, so I took it, went to 1, went to my next turn, and I just warped it away, and then I won because he comboed his whole hand. He had no hand left, and I double striked him for game. For the super combos we're running in the deck, we're running 2 Shigesh and 2 full surveillance Jackos. The reason we're running the Shigesh, just for some little defensive spice, we have 2 Vegetas that can pop a barrier and restand in energy.
Card's so good.
It's amazing. It just the matchups that are saying. And of
I had
course,
to read it twice yesterday whenever the event when Jamal played it because I didn't know exactly what it did.
Oh yeah, it comes out of nowhere and they're just like, but it can't do that. But I was like, but it does ignore barrier.
And it restands in energy potentially too.
Yep. So you can just extend plays out and it's insane. And then of course the other always famous Explosive Spirit Son Goku, the Victory Strike Killer as I like to call it. It's what it did for me in my very first tournament. And then the last and most probably unknown combo that I like to do with it every once in a while is this Terror-Scythe Black Goku that I can do with my Shigesh. Also make these sweet little, you know,
get the Dusty tokens.
The shadow tokens that they can make. They're pretty sweet. The craziest thing about it is the fact that if you combo with this guy with Shigesh, and then you had, like, if you really need to play, this can be turned into a 2-card 25k combo, because you can combo with him, and then you get all your shadow tokens, and you can combo right over that. So if you need to be defensive or offensive for game, it can just be a huge swing for you. And then for the negates, we are running 4 Time Magics, because the card is just insane.
It is insane.
Even against, Super Shenron, when he takes his turn, if you counter one of his first attacks before he takes that extra turn, it does not restand on his next turn because it never went to my turn.
Yep.
So it just stays tapped and it slows him down like insane. And then of course we're running a 1 of Flying Nimbus. You never really know what you're going to go against in a best of 1, so just kind of threw it in there for a nice little splash. We have, of course, the ever so useful battering lasers, just to make sure that we can get in for that final swing. And the last cards of the deck, the best cards, are those Cold Bloodlusts to really shut down some people, and they're not expecting it. But so that was it for the best of 1s. It's a fun deck, comes out of nowhere. It's pretty fun and simple to play. A lot of people should try it. It's really simple. But
straightforward.
Yeah, it's straightforward to the point. There's not a lot of, you know, running around to do it. You do this, you know, turn 2, turn 3, you awaken, you play your cards, and then you swing at them, and then you take the cards out of the hand, and they can't do anything about it.
So what did you end up playing against?
So round 1 I ended up with a bye because the guy dropped. Round 2 I played against Broly GT. Round 3 I played against I can't remember what I played against round 3, but round 4 I played against Dende, which is a really hard matchup because he also takes the things out of my hand that I don't want out yet. But managed to get around him. Round 5 I played against that new, not new, but newer to the scene finally that 6 came out, was the blue Gogeta build. And that card was that was a matchup that was crazy.
The Frisco deck.
Yeah. Luckily, I got the roll first on that. So me getting to swing and take 2 cards out of his hand from turn 3 and turn 4 was just what I could get through. I ended up winning it by a 5k combo margin. So
that was close. Yeah.
It was super close. And then game 6, I played against the Janemba, and then luckily just kind of got there. Was able to take his hand out just enough to where he wasn't getting all his combo powers, and then eventually just got through at the end of it. And that's how I got there.
Well, I appreciate the deck profile. Is there any last notes you want to say? Any changes you would make?
More changes. I'd probably like to add a second dimensional banisher Fu because the card it's just an overperformer in every matchup.
That's a really good card for the format. The more I look at it, the more things that really you need removal for. That,
absolutely.
Especially cards you can't even KO.
Yeah.
Like the new Gogeta cards.
Another thing that you could flex in or out is the Super 17s because it's kind of like just a niche turn 4 play when you don't really have anything else going on. Otherwise, you tend to charge it more than anything else. If you have some different sort of things you want to try with it.
You could bump up a third Lust and down a battering maybe?
Exactly, yeah. Down a battering would definitely be one that you could do. That was just there because I definitely wanted to see it when I'm going for the game kill.
Fair enough. Well, appreciate the day profile, and we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one.